I could talk about Trump. I'm gonna make a prediction about Trump since we're on the topic, chat. I have a forked prediction for Trump. I predict only if Trump goes to jail that he will be the president. If they actually put him in jail in Georgia for insurrection or obstructing justice or whatever the fuck, I predict that he will win the presidency regardless of what they try to do. Because let me explain. And whenever sometimes you may not consider me a socialite, chat, but I do get around and sometimes I talk to people in real life. And when I talk to Europeans, especially people who are from the West, God help them, and they talk about Trump, like a joke. They don't understand. I said, how can you vote for Donald Trump? He's orange and a fool, and he talks like a fucking retard. What is wrong with Americans? Why do you elect him? And this is the most concise way that I've found to explain to a Western European liberal why people vote for Trump without getting into any politics and without getting into the minutia of American politics that nobody gives a fuck about, to be quite honest. This is why people vote for Trump. It is because it's funny. America at this point will vote for the funniest candidate, and Trump being president is funny. However, people also care about their finances a little bit too. But mostly if it's funny, Americans are all for it. They like laughing. So the only people may not be 100% on Trump. Here's the real issue with Trump is that people don't, he had his shot right. I really think that enough people like to actually like fuck over the rigging. You need enough people coming out to vote that care. And I don't think in 2020 he had the momentum. People just didn't care enough to go out and vote for him. However, if he goes to jail, him winning will be so funny. It will compel people to go out and vote for him everywhere. And people don't like Joe Biden. Even people who are liberal do not like Joe Biden, which means they will not go out and vote for him. And they will surely try to run Joe again if Trump is in jail. They will just assume that Trump is going to lose if he's in jail, because who the fuck would vote for a criminal? Not realizing how funny it would be if Trump wins presidency from a jail cell. And they will underestimate the funny factor and just try to shove through Joe Biden again. And they will be shocked when fucking California is red because nobody voted for Trump except all the black people and Latinos who thought it would be hilarious to put a criminal in the White House. That is the truth. That's the reality of the situation. And that's what I tell Europeans. I say, we vote for Trump because it's very, very, very funny and it doesn't matter anyways. That's why. There we go. That's my Trump will win presidency only if he goes to jail, though. If he doesn't go to jail, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. It's too early. Maybe. You know what's funny is that somebody in chat once asked me like a year ago, who would you vote for? And I didn't want to give like a real answer, so I went to the Wikipedia page for Republican candidates for president, and there was like 20 of them, and I picked the one that was polling the least, and it was Vivek Ramaswamy. So I said I would vote for Vivek Ramaswamy, and they thought they said, "Oh, you're fucking, it's a joke." It was like meme candidate who announced randomly, and now he's like the second place, and people like him. Even though he's like, I don't know, people have mixed feelings about him, but I picked him literally just because he had an Indian name and he was in dead last when I pulled up the Wikipedia page for Republican candidates. So I don't know. Maybe it was that Noel bump, the Matty bump that got him going. Funny how things happen. Vivek, I don't know. I pronounce his name like the guy from the Elder Scrolls. The Bugs for one says, "Hey Josh, have you ever had road rage?" Yes, I have. I'm usually a very good driver. I'm very cautious. I drive pretty fast. I usually go about 10 over. On good traffic days where I'm just on the freeway or whatever. But I have genuinely lost my shit at left lane cruisers like in Florida, it's especially bad. Like people just don't know how to fucking drive in Florida. I remember a time there was a guy, and he was driving in pace with like a semi truck, and it was backing up traffic for a mile. Like if I looked in my rear view mirror, I could see as far back as I could a line of traffic that was being created because the car in front of me and the semi truck to my right was neck and neck. And I rode this. I usually drive really like safely, but I rode this guy's ass. I was like feet from his bumper, going 55 or whatever the fuck, because he was under the speed limit. And eventually the semi slowed down. I think he realized how bad the conditions were getting, and he slowed down to create space. Oh, you know what it was? I started honking. And if you don't know, this may surprise you if you're European or whatever, or just not American. Nobody in America uses their horn. It's a really rare thing in the South, especially, for people to use their vehicle's horn for any reason. It's shocking when somebody honks. It's almost never happens. But I started honking at this guy, just like slam it, like hand on the horn, not let up for a minute, and then the semi next to me slowed down so that I could pass on the right. And I was so pissed because I'd been stuck behind this guy for like 15 fucking minutes that I swerved around him and then started brake checking him while honking the fucking horn. And I was right in front of him, brake checking him, honking the horn, and I cut on my right turn signal to indicate to this fucking retard to get the fuck out of the left lane. And he never did it. Even as I drove off, I could see in the distance that he was in the left lane and many cars were passing around him on the right. I don't know what the fuck his issue was. I should have taken down his plate number and reported him to the DMV for being a fucking menace on the road. Like, it was unbelievable to me. Like, how do you not get the fucking hint to get out of the fucking way? Makes me angry just thinking about it. Yes, I do get road rage only at left lane cruisers because it's unbelievable. Like, we have 2 lanes and it only works if people don't cruise in the left. Yeah, I'm getting pissed. Fuck, man. It's like we have to not cruise in the left. If I know someone's behind me and I'm in the left lane, doesn't matter if I'm going above the speed limit or not. I'm gonna slow down and get to the right if I'm holding up traffic. And no, it wasn't an old fart. It was like an old man or like a middle-aged man. I remember this clear as fucking day because I was angry.